Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada.
Hi everybody, we're going to start a new segment called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly of the past few weeks, or whatever we feel like throwing in there. Let's start off with your good, Grant. What have you seen good that you'd like to talk about?
Calgary Flames. We're dumping on the Flames a lot. We're uncertain of their future, but the emergence of defenseman TJ Brodie, number 7, the Flames blue line, looks like a strong, puck-carrying, smart defenseman playing alongside Dennis Wideman, a go-to defensive pairing after Giordano and Bouwmeester. So I think TJ Brodie is now becoming a solid, good young defenseman in the NHL.
Didn't you find it refreshing when they went into Detroit, won a game, and then they went in and won that game? Beautiful goal by Tanguay.
In Columbus.
In Columbus, played very well. Hoodler, to me, looked very good at times. I like the way he plays.
Well, that's when I really like TJ Brodie. You're right, because it was
to Jerome and then to Tanguay.
Brodie came along the boards and busted through two guys, skated with the puck, set up Iginla, who set up Tanguay for the one-timer.
Right. How about the bad?
The bad. To me, the bad is when I watch the Leafs Canadians. Hey, wait a sec. What's your good?
I just said that. The
What?
good was those two games. The
Oh,
2 road
I
games.
just thought you were backing me up
No,
on TJ
I
Brodie.
slipped my own in there while you weren't paying attention.
Try and be a little more specific then, a little more detailed, not just be so general with,
Okay.
how the Flames won 2 games. You're still on Phoenix time, aren't you?
What was your bad moment, Grant?
Watching the Leafs and Canadians on the weekend, I thought this was out of hockey. When is it Mikhail Grabovski of the Leafs?
Yes.
Leafs were killing Montreal. Montreal looked terrible. Montreal looked like the Flames did against the Vancouver Canucks on the same night.
Right.
But Max Pacioretty goes like this.
No, he didn't, Grant. He went like this.
He had his arm around him like this.
He had started here and he got bit.
But from behind. No,
Yeah,
but I'm saying
from
Pacioretty
behind.
was from behind
and
put his arm around him, and Mikhail Grabovski allegedly bit him.
Oh, he did bite him. You saw it on the tape.
Allegedly, it's not been proven.
Well, it's right on the tape.
Then why didn't the NHL suspend him?
Because
hey,
I
wait
think-
a second. This is my bad, and you're disputing what I'm saying is bad.
Because of what you're saying is bad. Okay, go ahead.
That's bad. I thought, he did bite him. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty clear. And
Yeah.
Pacioretty is, look at this. But there was no definitive proof. That's why the NHL couldn't do any further discipline. But I thought that's bad. I thought that was out of the game, and I was a little disheartened to see that.
Okay,
What's
but-
your bad, Mike?
Okay, you know what?
Or you
I
still
want
wanna go
to
on?
elaborate on that one.
Oh.
The reason that I didn't mind that so much, Grant, is because when you're in a situation like that and you're fighting and someone's grabbed you from behind,
Right.
you're a sitting
Wrenching
duck.
you back. Wrenching you back.
You're a sitting duck, man.
I
So
agree.
he had to get out of that. And that game, Grant, was wild. Have you ever seen a team go into Montreal and literally kick the shit out of the Habs like the Leafs did? I mean, they were laughing at the Habs when they were fighting them and beating
Looked
them
like
up.
the Philadelphia Flyers and the Broad Street Bullies and the mean Boston Bruins back in the 70s playing
did.
against my Leafs.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Well, I had that as my, I'm going to upgrade that one. Let's say that was bad. And the ugly part for me, Grant.
Wait, so you're just kind of going,
No, I've had to change because I had that as my ugly thing.
I'm not letting you see my, I'm like, okay, you go first.
I'll start.
Mike, what's your ugly?
My ugly has shifted from bad to ugly, and that is the way the Flames play defense because, folks, especially in that Vancouver game, you see all these goals. No one's touching. You can have a friggin' meal and drinks in front of the Calgary Flames net. No one's going to bother you. They probably play sweet music, but they're not physical enough, Grant. They've got some guys that know how to pass and move the puck. Sure. But who's going to pay the price in front of the Calgary Flames net?
Well,
nobody.
Nope.
And you watch those goals, they're all going in.
We said that was going to be a problem before the season
Sure we
began.
did.
They lacked centermen, and they lacked a physical presence on the blue line. Corey Sarich drew back in this week and laid out somebody from Minnesota, so that's good too. You're absolutely right. Did you say you're not bored by the Flames' lack of defensive play? Or that?
I'm disappointed in it. It's just bad.
But look at their
Ugly.
offensive play. Those long stretch outlet passes, we never saw those before. There's some excitement. So at the expense of maybe playing, backup kitty bar the door hockey, they are playing more offensive. So I want to dispute your.
No, I'm just saying
is
in
this your
front of
bad
their
or is
net.
this your ugly?
This is their ugly. The way they play in front of their own net, their defensemen aren't playing tough enough.
Am I ugly?
Yes.
I'm going outside hockey.
Good.
To me, this would be an ugly thing to happen in sports if at the Olympics there's no wrestling. Now, I'm sure most of us aren't huge wrestling fans, but since I think it's 1896, the wrestling has been at the Olympics. Greco-Roman wrestling. Is there anything...
You get too excited when you're talking about that, buddy. You are. I'm sorry. I just had to call you. That look in your eyes. I've seen it many times, but usually we're at a bar.
I would not want to see wrestling out of the Olympic Games. I think that would be disastrous for them. It just represents what the Olympics are to me. I don't watch it a heck of a whole lot. I don't know where you'd watch it, but to me, you do watch it at the Olympics, just like you do a lot of other fringe sports. So to me, to take that out in favor of modern pentathlon, to keep that in, would be ludicrous. So I know it's not a big thing, but that is my ugly. You know what's in modern pentathlon?
No.
5 events. And it goes back to the very beginning of the Olympics, I understand. There's 5 events. And there's one guy from Calgary who's a modern pentathlete. I think he's one of the only ones in Canada, Josh Ricker Fox. Pistol shooting, fencing, swimming, 200-meter run, and is that 5? I forget. Swimming, pistol shooting, running, show jumping.
Well, he scared me at fencing and pistol shooting.
And show jumping. But you have to do a lot of running, and then you stop and you have to shoot. It's almost like a biathlon type there. That would be in favor at the expense of wrestling. That's my ugly.
You know what's really ugly in the
stopped
Olympics?
you on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, that was good. No, I agreed with you. What's that sport where they have the little things they're twirling
Rhythmic
around?
gymnastics.
Is that still in?
Ron Mans might know that one. Remember, he did a story on that many years ago. Probably
And
the
baton
only
twirling. He
rhythmic
did 3 stories on
gymnastics,
baton twirling on the same girl in 2 weeks.
and has probably never had that exposure on television
Nor will it
since.
again. And the question we asked then and now, what the fuck was up with that?